Thank you very much, Mayor Giuliani, for accepting this interview with 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐢.
It's always a great honor to be with you because it's a wonderful work you're doing.
We remember that you first declared your support for the Iranian resistance at the No to 𝐬𝐻𝐫𝐞 rally in New York. Can you tell us about how you got to know the Iranian resistance and why you support the Iranian resistance, the Mujahideen?
I met 𝐼𝐻𝐫𝐿 and Chef Sadardi and some of his friends, and we started talking, and they wanted to meet with me. Well, we met. They told me all about your organization. I did my own due diligence. I spoke to Senator John McCain, who highly recommended that I join, and said it was the only hope for a free, humane Iran. And he said, don't be fooled, there are going to be a lot of, he warned me right away, he said, there are going to be a lot of people who tell you it's a terrorist group, it's a cult, it's a this, it's a that. That's all coming out of the regime. He said they were made a terrorist group for all the wrong reasons. Well, long and short of it is I joined. I've been with them consistently throughout. I was a very proud member of the group that negotiated to get them off the terrorist list, negotiated, litigated, and banged the heck out of the State Department to do that, to help move the Ashraf, now 3 people out of Ashraf 2, which was in Iraq, where unfortunately too many of them were killed. I regret, to this day I regret whatever delay there was, because we ended up losing well over 100 people. And don't make no mistake about it, it wasn't the Iraqis, it was the Quds force that was killing them, meaning it was Iran that was doing it. And had they stayed there much longer, Iran's plan was to either take them all back to Iran. If they couldn't do that, kill them all. So now they're in Ashraf 3. We're at a turning point right now. We've got to take advantage of this. The Shah's never been, the Shah, son rather, is trying to rear his useless head to try to somehow get involved. Like he's the agent of change. I mean, he's been leading the life on stolen money from the Iranian people. So it really is it would be a terrible disgrace for the United States to try to put him back in. It'd be making the same mistake twice. We did that once before with his father. So I think that's an unnecessary and unfortunate distraction. May very well be orchestrated by the Iranian Guard. I wouldn't put it past them or him to do that. In any event, Maryam Rajavi has been out in front here for well over 20 years. She's very much respected by world leaders in Europe, America, Asia. Right now in American politics, she's the thing that brings together Democrats and Republicans more than anything else. I get to see more Democrats when I come to these events than I do in America, because we don't talk to each other much anymore. It's a shame, I shouldn't laugh about it. But when we meet here, we often sit down and say, gee, we should do this at home.
You were mayor of New York, Man of the Year, and you saved the city at the time. But when you went to Ashraf, or it was at the Free Iran gathering, you said that the building of Ashraf 3 in such a very rapid time and the relocation was something extraordinary. What do you think about this transition? Because you played a key role in their transfer from Iraq to Albania.
I can't in a million years imagine why an American government would give money to the biggest sponsor of terrorism in the world. But they do. That stopped. President Trump has stopped that cold. But irrespective of that, it's an indication of what you can do, meaning MEK and NCRI. And look how fast you built that. You'll be able to do that inside Iran. That's a very, very good indication, and it should be pointed out more often, about why you'd be so good at running the interim situation. You've got the people. You'll be able to rebuild critical structure as quickly as possible. And you'll have it very much on a road toward being a very, very positive government within a year. And look, it's a question of education. People don't trust any of this anymore, right? We've had so many situations where we've overthrown a dictator, and then we end up with a worse dictator, or not much better. So you're a more sophisticated nation. So there doesn't need to be much nation building done. It just needs to be adjusted to contemporary values. Second, you've got a plan. You've got a plan. You got it written down on paper, 10 points. You take those 10 points, and each one of them has 100 pages backing it up. You've got the people who've been working on it. My hope is that the American people will get to know more about MEK and overcome, the torrent of abuse. And it reminds me of what they do to Donald Trump. But they are, maybe it's the same people. They're experts at manipulation of the media and of getting control of the media. So I know it because I've fought the battle with them. But we're getting a lot more of our information out now.
I remember that at one of our gatherings, you said that Khamenei must go. What do you think about Khamenei and his regime in general?
If we get beyond even what we're talking about, very, very simply, you're not going to have peace in the Middle East as long as you have this insane theocratic regime, whether it's this Khamenei or another Ayatollah or some other version of an Ayatollah. If you have this regime that is one of the most dictatorial in the world, kills before it even thinks. Right now, we just had two people killed. Those are the ones we know about, MEK people. But they're killing people on the street all the time. It is impossible to have peace in the Middle East as long as you have this force there that wants to create an empire. And the way the Middle East is configured prevents that empire. For a decade now, which I think I announced at one of your meetings first, I was one of the first very strong proponents of regime change. And not because I like that, but because it's the only answer. And we've wasted 10 years. If we go another 10 years, there'll still be the same problems in the Middle East. First of all, to my friends in Ashraf, who I miss very, very much. We had just a remarkable time there. Particularly the last time we were there, we could spend some time and meet all of you and to see how dedicated you are. And as we pointed out during the interview, how quickly you put up this beautiful city, which is an indication of what you can do inside of Iran when you get that opportunity, and you're going to get that opportunity. This is. I've said this for a long time. I believe 15 years ago this was going to happen. I said I don't know when, but I know it's going to happen. Now I'm starting to think I know when. We're getting there. We have obstacles, but your strength, your courage, your willingness to serve in any way that's necessary to bring peace and freedom to your wonderful country with such a great history, and really to pay homage to the memory of all the people you lost, so that you can say, at some point you can have resolution and say they died for a cause that was worth it, because they sure did. To the resistance fighters inside of Iran, I have no greater respect than for courage. Everything else doesn't work effectively if you don't have courage. You are the living embodiment of courage. You're the kind of people that make the world a better place every generation. People who are willing to fight the injustices, the people who are willing to fight the inequities, the people who are willing to stand up for the law and for decency, not just stand up for it, but put their lives on the line. This wouldn't be possible without you, and the next group of steps aren't going to be possible without you. So stay together, try to recruit even more people. I think there's a real movement within the country in your direction. You know that better than I do. And please know that there are enormous numbers of Americans who support you. Republicans like me, Democrats, all different political groups. Even though we have our disagreements at home, you're one of the things we agree about, that you should have freedom, and that you should be a strong, strong participant in a peaceful Middle East, rather than the main reason with this Ayatollah that the Middle East is at war. So thank you. God bless you. I hope to meet you all in Tehran and to congratulate you for your courage and your heroism.
Thank you very much.